done been down before. I had to get up and get it together. Knew one day it would be better. No, I can't struggle forever. Plenty days I was in the past, man. I can't throw no stones about a glass house. Yeah, from the bottom to the top, baby. Yeah, I can never stop, baby. Oh, they don't like me, oh, that cool. Tell them stop, hey. From the bottom to the top, baby. Bottom to the top, baby. Oh, they don't like me, oh, that cool. Tell them stop. I show you what hustle is. Yeah, make it to places you never did. Yeah, diamonds come from pressure. I've been shining since. Oh, I had to pick up the pieces. I couldn't settle with decent. I'm bringing sand to the beaches. I went through hell for a reason.
You are now tuning in to From the Bottom to the Top with your girl Princess with the Real. Today, I'm sitting down with 1247 Swift, and I'm finna get all up and through his business today. We're gonna start from childhood to adulthood to where he is now in life. And if you know me, you already know I don't do no small talk. We finna jump right on into it. So, thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
And I want to jump right on into your business. So we're going to start with, how did you grow up? Did you grow up in a single-parent household, or did you have both of your parents?
I grew up with both parents until the age of, I want to say, 12. My dad moved out at the age of 12. I guess it wasn't working right for him.
Yeah, so how was it growing up, from, childhood to the age of 12, having both parents, and then having them split up? Let's talk about, the transitions.
Well, didn't really nothing change, just shit. My dad wasn't there in the house, but other than that, he was always there.
He was always there?
Yeah, my dad was a breadwinner. He was always there.
So even when he left the household, he was still helping take care of the household?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was still there.
So how was childhood for you?
Straight. I grew up in Tetwood. That's where I'm from, Tetwood. Originally from Tetwood. The real Tetwood, not Centennial Homes, all that shit. I'm from Tetwood. So I grew up over there. It was real rough, but my dad made sure that we were straight.
Okay. So you lived in the hood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
So how was that for you, like growing up as a kid? Was you a bad kid in school? Did you get good grades?
Shit, I got good grades, but shit, I was bad as hell. Yeah. I looked at it like, as long as I got the grades right, shit, I ain't give a damn about all the other shit.
Okay, so what else was going on in the schoolhouse now? What else you was doing?
Fighting, pulling firearms. I was doing all type of shit.
Oh, now was you a class clown too?
Yeah, I was all that.
Oh, so you was disruptive.
Yeah, very.
Now, so you got suspended a lot.
Hell yeah.
Now, how was that going home getting suspended all the time?
Shit. Ass whoopings, punishments, all type of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
but did it faze you? Did it make you be like, nah, I got to stop doing this. I'm tired of getting the ass whooping.
It didn't until I got like the age of probably like 16. Now, like, shit, well, mama ain't trying to get no belt. She trying to swing on me now, so I'm going to fall back, you know what I mean? But
oh, that's when you decided to calm down?
Yeah, that when I decided. When they hit me, like, you got to do something different now. You know
Now, did you play sports or anything as a kid?
Yeah, I played football. I played football, baseball. I played a little basketball when I went to Turner. I went to Turner Middle School, played basketball for them. I went to Brown, played football for Brown, played football for Washington. Yeah, that's about it.
Now, was your plan to have a career in football or basketball?
My plan was to have a career in football, but I got into the dope game, so it was like, damn, the football. I started seeing fan money. I was in the club at a young age, so.
So the football wasn't giving you the light that you wanted?
No, not at that time. I would move too fast.
Okay, so what age did you just say, you know what, this ain't what I want to do. I want to get that quick money. I want to be out here and be in that life.
Okay, my dad got sick, so my dad couldn't work like that. So when he got sick and he couldn't work like that, a lot of money slowed down for me, like being fresh and shit. Going to school. Not going to school till I get them joints on my feet, like all that shit. That like slowed down for me. Back then, they were coming out with the 289 Soldier Reebok. So I would get them pair like every week, getting 289 pair every week, shit. But when he stopped working and shit, and he had like on call leave and shit, like it was like, you gotta go out here and do something else. You gotta
so
get
now,
your
what
own
kind
money.
of sickness did he come down with? What?
My dad was a diabetic.
Okay.
So he died of congestive heart failure.
And how old were you when that happened?
Um, I was about 20 when that happened. He died in 2013.
And then what year was it when? How old were you when he stopped working because of it?
I think I'm about 15.
So at
About
15, you was already by 15, you was already being able to live a comfortable life, being able to have the things that you wanted,
Right.
and then he went to a state where he wasn't able to work anymore.
Right.
So now you ain't getting the things that you was getting,
Right.
and you like, okay, I got to go get it on my own.
Yeah, I had to keep up with the Jones, man. It kind of fell off of me. You know what I mean? Like going to school. Like I was going to school, and I had back then. We wore tall tees. I had I had two fucking t-shirts that I wash out every fucking day. Like I go to school with one on, the other be at the house dry. Come home, wash it until OxyClean, dry it up, be ready to wear that shit tomorrow. Like that how it was. I mean, until like I say, I got introduced to the trap and dope game.
So while you were doing that, did you deal with people trying to pick on you? You getting into
Oh,
fights
no,
because of stuff like that?
No.
So ain't nobody mess
I
with
was
you.
somewhat popular though, so I wasn't. I knew how to maneuver around shit to make you think that this what's going on, but this ain't really what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Like the
right.
typical black house,
Right.
whatever happens in the house stays in the house. We're
Right.
gonna go out here like everything good.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, so, and shit, most people didn't really have shit to say because half of them wasn't doing too good anyway.
Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
So what made you finally be like, you know what, fuck this?
Like I say, when that money slowed down, it stopped. It didn't slow down. That shit stopped. So one time my mama, like, she was like, my mama, like, she was the cheap person. Like she buy the cheap shit. She ain't trying to buy all. My dad, he like, hell no, he buy, I need my son wearing this. So you know, she bought me a pair of shoes one day. You know what I mean? I don't think it's F1, but they had no check on them. I said L. So I'm like, nah, I ain't wearing that shit. Like that shit dead. So I had some Converse, some Dr. J. I put them in the bag. Every morning I go to school. She'll think I got on them white goddamn L's. By the time I get halfway to the bus stop, I take the motherfuckers off. Put them in the bag. Put them goddamn truck.
Now where you get the Converse from?
I had got the Converse from my dad, but they were like older, but I used to always keep them clean. So I'm like, I'm from wear these. I already wear these and wear them.
Oh wow, so you was wearing the shoes that were too small.
No, they weren't too small.
Okay.
They were the same size, just like like I say, it slowed down. So they probably like, I probably had another 6 months in them.
Okay,
You know what
okay.
I'm saying? So I wore them. You know what I mean? Like I went from one of them. I wore them one time. I wore them one time to school, but I had my pants over, and I remember playing on the court at Turner, and a girl walked by and lifted my shoes up, and see, I ain't had no check. Man, that shit, man.
She
Listen,
said something.
she was just like, "Ooh, girl, I just walked out." I just walked out. Like, you know what? Man, I just walked out the gym. I walked out to school. I went home. Like I'm like, I ain't playing like this no more. I never wore them motherfuckers again. Listen, the far they got was to the bus stop. Or the far the motherfucker got.
Did your mama ever catch you?
That's far they got.
Okay. I feel you though. I feel you on that. So how you get into the game though? How you get into the street game?
Okay. By the time from the time I turned 12, like I say, I turned 12. My grandmama had passed too. Well, my grandma passed first at 12. She died the day we were moving from Mosley Park. I mean, I came from Tetwood to Simpson to Mosley Park to Oakland City. I mean, like I grew up in, I jumped out the porch in Oakland City. That's why I figured. I mean, that's why I would prefer, or I would say, I jumped out the porch in Oakland City. That's why I started doing all the crazy shit. I started selling dope, everything in Oakland City.
So hold on now. Did you start with selling dope? You know, most people start with the weed, man.
No, I was smoking weed, so it wasn't no point for me to even like sell that because I'm gonna smoke that up.
Okay.
So I was selling crack. Like my girlfriend, her sister was going with my older brother. I mean, they got a family together. I mean, my older brother just passed away not too long ago, but he introduced me to the dope game. Him and his girl. I mean, they introduced me to the dope game because they were like, I already know my girl's sister at the time was like, shit, my sister ain't finna be with no bomb ass nigga. You know what I mean? And I know my brother was like, he was fresh as hell, clean. All the girl want him, all the nigga want to be like him. You know what I mean? So he like, shit, I'm finna get my little brother some money then. Like he'll like let me borrow his clothes to wear to school when I didn't have. You know what I mean? So he put a Honda slab in my hand one day, and we was on the block. All the J's started running to me, and they were like, why the hell they running to him? Come to find out, I was giving all the dope away. I'm over there just breaking the dope out, giving away. They over there buying, spending $5. I'm giving them $20 dope. So he was like, man, I'm gonna have to, you don't know what you're doing. I'm gonna have to chop this shit up for you. So he started teaching me how to chop this shit up and all that shit. You know what I mean? It just went from there like.
So he taught you the game. He ain't just go chop it up and do it for you. He taught you the game.
Yeah, he taught me the game. I mean, he taught me everything I know, like how to stand up. You know what I mean? Like how to be there for everything, be the soul of the family. Like you know what I mean? He taught me that shit. So I mean, that bro. I mean, bro passed away. That shit really like fucked up. I mean.
So from there, like, how long ago has it been since he passed?
Bro passed away last year.
Last year.
Yeah, it was last year. He was found dead in the house.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was on the news. No, he was found dead. Now he had been in the house for like 3 days.
That shit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So he got you into the game. You working in the game. You working up under him, or you doing your own thing?
At first I was working for him. Like
okay.
I was selling dope for him. I mean, like he'll leave like, this is this much. This what it's supposed to be. I mean, but then, like on the block, he used to always tell me like, 'cause I used to always bomb cigarettes off of all the other guys that was on the block, and he used to be like, man, Swift, buy you a pack. Buy you a pack. You having all that money? Buy you a pack. Until one day, one of them got in my ear and was like, look, you making all this money. Why don't you just buy some dope from your brother? I was like, damn, all right, that do make sense. So I asked him, I was like, shit, me, can I buy some dope from you? And he was like, damn, now you growing up. I've been waiting on you to say this shit. Like, now you growing up. Okay, buy it. Okay, cool. Now, see, now that's your money. Now you don't owe me nothing. So that's why I took off from there. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you took off from there. Now how old are you at this time?
At this time, I'm about 15, going on 16, yeah.
15. So you still going to school?
Yeah.
Okay. So you still going to school? You still keeping your grades right? You graduated?
No, I didn't. I ain't graduated.
Okay, what happened now? What happened?
Tell you, 11th grade, no, 12th grade, I was at Washington. They really were targeting me anyway because I was just like.
What you was doing though?
Like,
what you was doing?
I done did so much shit. You feel me? Like I done been called to the office so many times. Well, not the principal, the assistant principals were like, we got to find a way to get this out of here. I'm sick of him.
But was you hustling at school?
No, I wasn't hustling at school. Only thing was about school, like during Georgia High School graduating test, I had on a True Legend outfit, and I stopped to go to the bathroom. And I jumped up, a deuce of dope fell out my pocket, fell out my coat pocket in front of the teacher. But she pulled me outside. She was like, look, you need to keep that stuff at home.
Oh,
She ain't do nothing.
She
I mean,
snitch.
I told her I was like, man, did my brother jacket. I just wore school today. I don't know what's going on. And I ready for her to call whoever so I can run.
Okay.
I mean, I already for all that. I was already prepared. I already knew which way I was going to go. All that shit, like. But she kept it cool with me, like, nah, we gon'.
They ain't had no bus or nothing the next day at the school today. Okay.
Ain't no bus, nothing. Everything was straight. I mean.
So you was going to school, you was getting good grades, but you was bringing the product to school. So was you bringing the product to school because you was selling it at school?
I could see, like, I leave school.
Okay.
Like, certain classes I didn't need. So I ain't really kept, like, I ain't really need them. So I just leave. I leave and go to the block. You know what I mean? Like homemaking shit. I don't understand that shit. I ain't need that shit.
So you leave that class.
Yeah.
And then go to the block. And you come back to school?
No, it was over.
It was over. Once you left, you left.
Once I left, I left.
Okay. So it wasn't no come back, get on the bus and pretend like I was at school all day. Okay.
See, like from 9th grade to 11th grade, all I did was skip school. Like my 9th grade year, I missed like 112 days out of school. Like I was thinking that if I go to homeroom, I'm good the whole day. Now, nigga, you got 4 classes to go to. So once once you get to Washington in the morning, you go to your first period. Then you leave your first period, then you go to homeroom. As I get signed to homeroom, I'm gone. As my home teacher see me, I'm out of there. I jump the back fence, we gone.
Oh wow. Okay, so we finna go pay these bills real quick, and we're gonna jump back into, what stopped him from actually being like, you know what, fuck this, I ain't going to school no more.
So,
And we're gonna get into, after that and where he at right now, cause this man got a story, and I'm interested to hear what's rest of the story is. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to From the Bottom to the Top with your girl Princess with the Real. We'll be right back. You are back with your girl Princess with the Real on From the Bottom to the Top, and I am still sitting down with Swift. I am trying to really get all up in his business. We done talked about the kiddie days. We done talked about the high school days. I want to talk about, get into the finish round of him, why he didn't finish high school, and what happened after that. So we're going to jump right on back into that. Now what was that final straw that just had you like, you know what, I'm done with school, I ain't going back?
Okay. Really, like, I love school. You know what I'm saying? My intention was to go to college, join a fraternity, like really just kick shit in college life, like, because when I was in 9th grade, I was going with a girl that went to college. So I used to go up there to her dorm room, kick with all the college kids, kick with them and shit. So that was my dream to do. You know what I'm saying? Go to college. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they had other plans for me.
Look, who had other plans for you? Was you had other plans or somebody else?
Man, it was the assistant principal's fault.
What you did?
Listen.
What it did?
You watching them still too? Listen, assistant principal. My mama came up there. They said they wanted to have a teacher-parent conference with her. I was in class. They said, no, we need to talk to her. They tricked my mama into signing some papers. When she signed them papers, them folks came and got me and said, we have just withdrawn you from Washington High School. I said, Mom, you just signed some withdrawal papers? She said, shit, I didn't know what they were. I just signed them. I thought they were trying to put you somewhere else. I'm like, man, they just put me out of school, man. I said, man, I got to find a school.
Mom didn't read the papers.
And there was one thing I knew ever since then, don't sign shit until you read it.
Okay, so Mom signed the papers and they done put you out of school.
Put me out of school.
Oh, now you put out of school. Did you go enroll in another school?
I ended up going to Crim Open Campus. Now, you can't send nobody like me to an open campus school to where I could just leave whenever the fuck I want to leave. Oh, man, it's over with, man. I ain't even trying to be here like that, man. For real. I'm talking about you literally can sit in class and they teaching and you can just be like, fuck this shit, I'm gone. And they ain't finna say nothing to you.
And now this was your senior year?
Yeah.
So, okay, so now you leaving. How often are you at school, at that school now? How many days a week are you going?
Man.
Or are you going for an hour and leaving?
Okay, you got 5 days of school. I probably go out about 3.5.
3.5 out of the 5.
Cause they had a GED class around the corner where it was like older girls going 26, 26. So I'm going around now.
Okay.
I mean, I like the older girl back then. I mean, I like older girls now. I mean, that's what I like. So I'm going around there trying to see what's going on with these folks. I ain't done no class, man. Like,
so you ain't going to GED classes. You were just going over there to see the girls.
Yeah, like it was. Korean was a fashion show. You had to go out there. Korean was a bunch of schools, a bunch of people from different schools all around that got put out.
Okay.
So you got Mays, you got Dud, you got Washington, you got Southwest, whatever them folks over there called. I mean, the East Side. You got all these folks coming to one school. So that shit was just like, man, shit, we finna show y'all what the West Side can do. Oh shit, we finna show y'all what the East Side can do. We finna show y'all what the South Side can do. So shit like that.
Okay. So now, when was that day that how far did you get through the 12th grade before you were just like, I'm done? Because you made it to the 12th grade.
Let me tell you what happened. I needed 5 credits to graduate. I went out one day. Me and 3 other my homeboys. We went out on some robbing shit. Like, shit, we finna rob some niggas tonight. Fuck this shit. You down? Yeah, I'm down. I mean, my other homeboy just got out for doing 10. I mean, we go down here, I'll get the pistol, get the SK. We riding around. We coming down Simpson. One of my partners in the back, he said, hey, boy, we can rob somebody in front of American Legion. I said, no, fuck, we can't. This is gonna kill her right here, you gonna die. Right here, you gonna die. You ain't gonna make it. So we pull up in Vine City. This nigga here, he wanna move so fast, but these are my hoods. Like, these where I know everybody at. You don't jump out of the car on a nigga, rob nigga. You don't even get their phone. So you jump back in the car, you pull off, you passing out the money, but he done called the police and gave them for the tag number and everything. So we get down on Piedmont. You jump out again on a nigga and a girl. This nigga look like Cameron. He got all these jewels on. He jump out on the nigga. The nigga like he gonna take out the rock and took out running. He shoot at him, boom. Police get behind us. I roll up some weed. I said, y'all might well hit it because we finna go to jail. We all finna go to jail. And we took them folks on a high-speed chase. Man, we went north, got on 285, came back south, got back on west, went west. Every exit we passed, it was police getting on. Like they had a call, like they were just coming. So they were trying to fishtail us. They were trying to fishtail us or whatever. I jump out the side of the window, start shooting. Not knowing that I hit the police. Know what I'm saying? I shot an officer. So we all get locked up or whatever. I'm thinking they telling on me, but they not. But they just separate us and shit. I mean,
they gonna make you think somebody.
Yeah, but this is what took me from graduating.
This whole situation.
This whole situation. I'm locked up. I'm in Rice Street. They charged us with every armed robbery that night. It was 8 armed robberies that night. They charged us with every armed robbery in Midtown. Like they charged like 4 black boys.
It was 8 armed robberies now. Now I know y'all say y'all pulled up on a couple people. How many of the 8 was y'all?
2.
2. Okay. So 2 of the 8, they try to stick you with 6 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we get down the right street. Dude, back then they had the black team. Get down there. Dude said, I'm looking for 4 boys because we was minors, so we was 17. So they only showed our feet. They didn't show our faces on the news.
Okay.
So dude said, I'm looking for 4 black boys who got caught up last night with them armed robbers. Everybody stepped back. We still was standing right there. He said, I got something for y'all. I said, you ain't got shit for me. He said, you know what? I got something especially for you. But me and my homeboy had the same color dreads. He took him straight to the 7th floor. He took me to the 6th floor. But he probably took me to the 7th floor. And took him to the 6th floor.
You got y'all mixed up.
Yeah, so he went up there to the Thunder. And 6th floor still Thunder too now.
But it ain't that Thunder.
But it ain't that Thunder like the 7th. You know what I mean? But,
okay.
So I'm on the 6th floor. You know what I mean? But I'm fighting on going to the hole. I ain't up going to the 7th floor. You know what I mean? But they tried, in a nutshell, they tried to give her life for 66 behind that shit. I was facing life plus 66.
Now, how'd you get out that shit?
Man, we had a lawyer. We had 4 lawyers. They were conflict defenders.
Okay.
They took on, listen, God was trying to tell us something then. Like, back then, niggas was getting tired left and right, life. Niggas was getting tired left and right. So, for us to come in here and them folks like, are we dead to the wrong? And it's a witness. But my lawyer, he a conflict defender, so he bring 3 other lawyers in here to help my friends. You feel me? So he called the officer that got shot on the stand. He said, how far were you from my client when you say you saw a spark come out the car? He said, I had to be at least 150 feet. When he said that, my lawyer looked at me and said, okay, I got him.
Oh, you know he done fucked up right now.
Yeah, he done fucked up.
Okay.
So, I'm sending them for a ride. We ride. They let one of my partners out. 2 weeks came out. They let another one out. So I called home. He like, yeah, you gonna get out, bro. They letting all us out 2 weeks apart. They giving us house arrest. I'm telling you. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna get out, man. I'm going crazy now. 2 weeks later, I go to court. Judge asked me, why should I let you go? I told him, at this point, it don't even matter to me. I told him just like that. My mama,
so you still cocky with it?
When I tell him that, my mama in the court, my mama standing up like, you stupid motherfucker. Before like, man, be quiet. I'm like, all right, cool. He was like, look, I'm gonna give you a $70,000 bond. I'm gonna let you sign your own bond, but I'm gonna give you an anchor monitor. And Oak City, we were known at the House of Red Boy. We was all walking around with anchor monitors on. But they all said, like, in Oak City, Bushmount, shout out Oak City, shout out Bushmount, 400 block, all that. Them folk like this here, boy, listen. Y'all are 4 of the realest niggas I know. Because y'all went down, y'all facing all the time, and nobody tell on nobody. For what?
Y'all ain't tell, and y'all got out.
And we got out. We ended up going back to do 3 years. With a year that we already had served.
Okay, so 1 year was time served, and you had to do 2 more years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that shit wasn't nothing. We were like, shit, all right, cool, lay back, I ain't tripping. But at that time, my mama had an aneurysm. So it was like, damn, I'm going to court. My mama in the hospital. So I had to call her. You know what I mean? She was kind of slow because they done went in her brain. So she kind of off. So I'm talking to her, she talking real slow and stuff, but I'm telling her, look, I'm gonna have to take the time. I'll be back though. Like, I ain't gonna take no long time. I'll be back, like, before you know it. So she was like, all right, baby. I was like, yeah, just come see me or whatever. So she came to see me. She was like, look, I can move, I can do this now, I'm all right, look. I'm like, okay, mom, you looking good. Don't want to talk about nothing, I mean. But I ain't never go back. You need 25.5 credits to graduate back then. I had 20.5. I ain't need number 5 more credits.
So all that messed you up. So you didn't graduate. Now, you know, you incarcerated, you done got out, you had to go back and serve this time. Now you back on the streets, and what it's like for you like now?
Now I'm more like involved with my children. Like I said, see, I had a real drug problem. I was on lean a lot, lean and Percocets, and you know what I mean. So I wasn't functioning like I was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was always tired and sleep or in the studio sleep. Maturity called, Dad, how you doing? I'm sleeping, hanging up the phone on them. So now, like I said, I'm trying this sober thing out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't smoked. I ain't did no drugs in like 2 years. 2 years and a half. So it's like.
So before you got to that phase, was that, you know, that incarceration what made you be like, you know what, I gotta turn my life around?
No.
What was it that made you say?
It was
a
whole lot of incarceration after that.
Okay.
I mean, like.
So, like, tell me some snippets of some things that happened in between.
That was just my childhood incarceration. I mean, when I got out, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I went back for some petty shit. I went back for some major shit. But my last time getting locked up, I went back for some real fucked up shit that, like, them folk really like gonna go and hit me with a recidivist act. They were gonna give me 20 years.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that one now.
Okay, well, got caught up with my baby mom.
Okay.
I mean, I was trying to leave, trying to go do what I wanted to do, know what I mean? Fucking around on her, know what I mean? Wasn't really stunned her no more. I mean, she got me locked up. At that point, I get locked up. I got like 170 grams of dog food on me. Know what I mean? So they locked me up with that. I mean, feds get in my business. They want to know what's going on. So I got a lawyer. I went and got my lawyer. I mean, Jacoby Hudson. You know what I mean? Born home fine. Atlanta. Shouts out to Jacoby. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's my man. Yeah. I went and got him. He like, when he can't see me, like, you know who I am? I'm like, yeah, you Jacoby. He like, yeah. My cousin, Matt Boney. I mean, C-Roy. Shouts out to Matt Boney, C-Roy. They called him like, okay, we got to get Lil Cuz out. Like, Lil Cuz really got a career going on. We got to get him out of this. So he came back in the bed. He was like, look, your baby mama trying to fuck you up, man. He said, look, I just went to court when your baby mama told him that she wants you to get the full extent time.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she told him folk that I want him to be prosecuted to the full extent.
Why she ain't like you so much?
Hey, man, you know, it's hard to like shit like this.
Okay. Look, did you cheat on her and get another bitch? Like, is that what happened?
That happened a lot of times. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and kill.
Well, so that's why she was feeling like that. She felt like you was doing her wrong. And you done left her. You making all this money. You doing all of this stuff, and now you done left her for the next one. So now she like, if I can't have you, then nobody can have you.
Yeah. That was her goal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So get locked up. But I mean, my lawyer say, look, I got one shot at these folk. You got a drug problem. I said, I ain't got no drug problem. He said, look, nigga, you got a drug problem. I said, listen, I ain't got no drug problem. He talking about, look, you want these 20 or you want this drug problem? I said, shit, I'll take the drug problem, $2. So I took the drug problem, which I already had one anyway, but I was not trying to identify. I wasn't trying to say it. Claim it. Yeah, I wasn't trying to claim it. So I go in there, judge say, okay, you're going to take this, whatever, we can give you drug court, 18 months. All right, cool.
Now, how old were you here?
This was 2 years ago.
Okay. So now the judge is like, you got to go.
Yeah, I'm obligated to go to drug court. I'm a drug court patient. Like, this is what I got to go do.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. I'm thinking I'm just finna get out and go report. No, them folk got to come get you, bring you to the drug court. You got to go piss in the cup. Then you get to go home. The next day you come down to drug court, you piss in the cup, then you get to go home. Then the next day you come down there, you piss in the cup, then you get to go home.
Oh, so this is an everyday thing now.
It's an everyday thing.
So every day you pissing.
Every day.
So you went from on lean heavy, doing the weed, doing everything. So now you being pissed every day. So what's going on now? Is you failing? Is you passing?
Yeah, no, I'm passing like motherfucker.
Okay, okay. Now is you passing because you doing stuff to pass the test?
No, I ain't never failed a piss test. Never.
What I'm saying is,
you talking about, do I got something to back?
Was you doing okay? So you was staying clean,
right?
Okay.
Because I've tried. Like an old man told me this, and I took this shit to heed. If I always do what I've done, I always get what I got. So it was like, okay, Shaw, you got to try something new. You always running from your PO, though. You ain't never pissing in the cup. Man, go piss in the cup. Like, I used to always be like, man, I can't pick her. The nigga standing right here, I can't pick. They be like, well, you gonna sit here all day? I be like, well, I sit here all day. Know what I mean? But now he like, drug like, okay, you can't piss in the cup? Okay, officer, go on, get ready to take him on at the full and counter. Yeah, no, go piss in the cup.
Okay,
go on there, go piss in the cup and go and get it on out the way. Like, he just have to stand there, whatever.
But what did it take for you? Because I know with a lot of people, you know, when you go from being on that lean is addictive. Marijuana is addictive. So when you go from smoking heavy and being on that lean heavy to stopping, like, how was that transition for you? What did you do to cut off?
Let me tell you what I do, man. I just go off a vision now. Like, I get a double cup and pour some Kool-Aid in there and be like, it's just a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you visualizing it.
I'm just visualizing something. I ain't shit in there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I do. Like, I go to all my AA meetings. You know what I mean? I got a counselor. I got a therapist. I mean, I talk to them. I mean, I got one on call. Like, hey, I ain't feeling right today. You know what I mean? Like, I need all that. I got a grief counselor. I mean, 'cause I've been through a lot of shit.
Look, you know what? On that note, we finna go and pay some bills real quick because I want to jump back into, you know, this transition with him and getting off of the lean, getting off of smoking. Because I know for a lot of people that is a hard transition. And I want to hear, and I want the viewers to hear, you know, that transition and how he went through that, how it affected him and where he is now in life and where he intends to go. Make sure you stay tuned to From the Bottom to the Top with your girl Princess with the Real. Go get you water, whatever you need to do, but get back real quick because we're going to be back real soon. We are back, and I am your girl Princess with the Real. If you don't already know, this is From the Bottom to the Top, and I am sitting down with Swift. We done got into his childhood. We done got into, you know, the reason why he didn't finish school, which is deep. I hope y'all caught that. If y'all didn't catch that, make sure you go back and catch that. We finna jump into, you know, after that, you know, he had to try to turn his life around. He had got into some things, and he had to get clean. And for everybody, we already know it's hard trying to get clean when you've been on that lean. So I want to jump into, you know, the transition for him getting clean and where he is now today and where he intends to go in life. So let's just jump right back on into it. So you went to going through rehab, having counselors and doing all of this. How was that affecting you and how was you benefiting or not benefiting from that?
I benefited off all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing stuff that I've never done before. So like walking a straight line, like it's so many opportunities. You know what I'm saying? It's so much shit that I got a lot of people around me.
But did you have those people around you still trying to pull you back into that life you were trying to get away from?
A lot of people, like, one thing I can say about all my people, like, from all the hood, Simpson, shots out to Simpson, like, I wear that shit on my back, Simpson, you know what I mean? Like, they encourage me. Like, I might be playing one day with a fake blunt, and they be like, boy, you trip, what you doing, boy? Why you don't smoke? Why you don't do this? You know what I mean? And I like that shit, you know what I mean? Like, my brothers, them, they like, bro, nah, like, the whole money fetish. They like, nah, bro, like, you tripping, like, nah. And I be like, bro, I just want to see if y'all really care. You know what I mean? I might be like, man, let me hit that blunt. They be like, bro, I'll punch you in the mouth. Stop playing. You know what I mean? So, like, I get that good support.
So do you feel good about making those changes?
Hell yeah. I be seeing some of my folk like on lean and shit. I be like, damn, like, you sleep. Damn, I used to be like that. Damn, it's crazy. You know
So when you reflect back on it, you just be like, wow.
I just be like, wow, like you can't function. Like you don't know who right here. You don't know who's standing right here. Like that shit crazy.
And so since you cut off, the extra things that was affecting you in life, what do you feel like has changed in your life?
Being with my kids more. My health. I got high blood pressure real bad. I mean, that's one thing that fucked with me. That the lean fucked with me. I used to drink lean straight. So that shit fucked with me to the point where I got high blood pressure, and it's like always on stroke level. So I have to walk around with a monitor. I have a monitor. I have to keep checking my blood pressure. You know what I mean? And like I got guarded pills, I got medicine. You know what I'm saying? If it's too high, or whatever. So that's one thing that I always gotta watch. I mean, and high blood pressure, diabetes is run deep in my family. So I gotta watch what I eat, and I work out almost every day.
So now you not only did you stop your extracurricular, is what I call it. You stopped your extracurricular, but you started eating differently?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's talk about that a little bit. What made you change your eating habits?
Just seeing shit on TV, reading. Like reading is very fundamental. Like when I started reading shit, like this was in there, like chicken, like how they pumping shit in chicken. Red meat, like that shit ain't good. Like McDonald's and shit like that sitting on that shit just sit there in you. It just sit there and it just like molding and like once I started thinking like that, I'm like, okay, I don't want that shit in me. Like for real.
So
you finna start thinking like that.
Yeah, and see that's why I don't like that's why I don't like people to be talking about what they read and stuff, cause then it's gonna make me go dig into it and then I'm be scared to eat this stuff.
Like eggs, I don't eat regular eggs. I eat brown eggs.
But they say eggs is good for you.
I eat brown eggs. Because they're cloning eggs. They're cloning chickens and shit. Like, I just can't. I can't fuck with it.
Yeah, eat what y'all love. Like, I get what he's saying, y'all. But don't let him discourage y'all, because what happens is when people start talking like this and saying what they read and stuff, and you start reading, you gonna stop eating the stuff that they stop eating. But don't go read nothing.
I don't eat seafood. Seafood and like, don't get me wrong. Like I would eat a turkey sandwich.
Okay.
I would eat a turkey sandwich now. Don't get me wrong. That's probably that's the closest thing to a chicken I eat is some turkey.
But so my question is you turned your life around, and you still kicking it with the same type of people, right? Mm-hmm. So are you one of those people who be like, hey y'all, stop eating like that, stop doing that?
Do what you want to do.
Okay.
If we all go out to eat, if we all go out to eat, they gonna get what they want, get what I want. It is what it is.
Okay, so you don't try to put what you doing on top of them, cause I can't go out to eat with people that do that.
My niggas gonna eat regardless. They don't give a damn about what I got going on. They can't live long I'm breathing. I'm alright. They like, he alright over there.
So now you want, now you changing your lifestyle, you making changes, you being able to spend more time with your kids, you feeling better about yourself. Mm-hmm. So what's next for you?
What's next for me right now? I got so many songs that I'm getting mixed and mastered right now. I'm about to drop this EP called Pain. It's all my pain songs, like the ones I got about my mom. I got a song called I Miss My Parents. I got a song called Thinking About Me. I just got a lot of like that
emotions.
That one right there is me pouring out all my emotions. I mean,
okay.
My mother's on the front cover. I mean, so that's what I'm gonna bring out first. Then after that, I'm just dropping EPs.
So now, what made you go to the emotional state? Is it because of everything that you've been through and you want people to know, like, I've been through some things, but I'm still going strong? Or is it just like you felt like, it's time for me just to open up and be honest?
It's time for me to open up and be honest, and I want people to know what I've been through, because I know it's people out there that's in my shoes and don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just telling them, like, I get all this shit out through my music. You know what I'm saying? Through talking to people, through talking to my therapist, or through working out, or through riding with my cousins. Like, I get all my shit out like that. So when people don't have nobody, ain't no telling what they'll do. You know what I mean? So
I agree. So do you feel like your music now is gonna be more so empowering to the people?
yeah, it's gonna be empowering. All my music is empowering. All my music is for to make you feel good. I mean,
Okay.
I ain't like me personally. Like I ain't pulling up with the stick. I ain't ass shit out. I ain't doing all that. Know what I mean, like we not doing all that. Don't I mean it can get handled. We not doing all that though. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's not what you on
nah,
right
we
now.
on some shit like hey man, we balling. Hey man, we Michael Mirror every day. Like we kicking it every day off white. Do what we doing. Like I mean yeah, we politicking for real. We were big bosses. Like we ain't all that shrimp shit. That
Now,
shit
so if you
bullshit.
had to think about your life and knowing everything that you've been through, if you had to say where you see yourself in 5 years, where would you see yourself?
In 5 years, I see myself. I see myself owning multiple businesses. I want some hair salons. I want some barbershops. I see myself investing in more. I see myself in a nice house. I mean, gated. I mean, I'm on my way to something bigger.
Something bigger.
You know what I'm saying? I see myself in a nice house on my way to something bigger. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I ain't saying in 5 years, I see myself in a mansion. In 5 years, I probably ain't even have no mansion. I see myself with a nice, comfortable home. Know what I mean? With a gate around it. Know what I mean? Living peacefully. Know what I mean? I ain't got no care of what's going on out there. I'm worried about my domain and my children. You know what I mean? And stacking these coins.
So, and I appreciate you for coming out and telling your story, but I always like to say, if you could leave my viewers with anything, what would you leave them with?
What would I leave y'all with? If I could leave y'all with anything. Okay. I would leave y'all with, if you got parents, call them every day, tell them you love them. You know what I mean? Because you never know when they're not going to be there. If you got kids, time is everything. You don't necessarily got to go buy nothing. Time is everything. Especially if you got daughters, men, if you got daughters, be in their life because they want, once they get older, they want a man like their father. So I always put on a good role for them. You know what I'm saying? And just keep your head up. If you're going through something, you don't even need to talk to him. Check in with him. He there. He hear you. That's all I got.
Y'all heard it. Those are his words, and I'm going to tell y'all, listen, because he said some very powerful things, and everything that he's been through in life, for him to be able to say that and to still be able to speak right now on the things that he's been through in life, that's powerful enough. Like, not only did he keep going, but he worked to change his life. He worked to make a better him. So that way he can be better for his kids, and he can be better for other people. And he's out here putting a message out there to better other people, to let people know, like, I've been through some things, but I'm turning my life around, and I want you to make sure you stay on the up and up too. So, before we sign out, I want you to tell the viewers where they can find you at, where they can, give them all your ads.
Or you can find me at 1247 Swift. That's on everything. That's on all platforms. That's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Everything is 1247 Swift. You type in 1247 Swift, you press enter, you're going to see me. That's what it is.
That's it. That's what it is. This is From the Bottom to the Top. You sitting down with your girl, Princess with the Real. Of course, I got 1247 Swift in the building.
Sure.
I heard all of his business. Of course, we can't get all up and through it in an hour, but I got as much of it as I could get in this hour. And trust and believe, if you stay tuned and keep following him, go follow him online, you're going to hear more of his story. You're going to see more of what he has to come. And hopefully we'll have him back on the show. And it was 5 years to tell where he's at that time in his life. Again, we're signing out with From the Bottom to the Top with your girl, Princess with the Real. I'll see you next week.
Yeah. I done been down before. I had to get up and get it together. Knew one day it would be better.